Hi, I'm Kate Dickerson. I'm the founder and the director of the Maine Science Festival. I will say my favorite is 5 Minute Genius for a couple of reasons. Number one, it shows the breadth and depth that we have of the sciences all over Maine. But maybe more importantly, before I started the festival, I went down and I saw the Cambridge Science Festival. And we went to a very similar event there. They call it Big Ideas for Busy People. And before we went, I thought there's no way we could possibly do this in Maine. We don't have MIT, Harvard, Tufts, and Boston University, all these places in this giant clump within 10 miles of each other. And then we were 3 speakers in, and once I saw the format and how they did it, and realized we actually do have those amazing people in Maine, I thought we have to do this in Maine to showcase what we have. So it instantly became my favorite event for those reasons. Really hope is people come and they know that we've got these really great scientists and researchers happening in Maine, and they're not surprised by it anymore, they're just inspired. So that's really what I'm hoping for, is that as we go forward, people will say, I'm going to this because I know we have it, let's go see what they have to say. One of the most important parts of the Maine Science Festival to me is that the only people we allow to be presenters, with the exception of our headliner event, are people who are doing work in Maine. If you're not doing work in Maine, that doesn't mean you're not doing great work. It doesn't mean that we don't value it. But the whole point of the Maine Science Festival is to talk about the work that's being done in Maine by Mainers and by the organizations and companies and institutions that are doing the work right here. And that's really important because we have world leaders in those areas, and we don't have to bring in people from other places to talk about the great work that's being done in science. It's all being done here. I think it's really important to know that we are well known in a lot of these fields outside of Maine, and that there's nothing wrong with being really good at what you do and talking about how good you are at it. I like the phrase, it ain't bragging if it's true, and that's how we approach this festival. We want people to know just how good we are at things. We want people to know that we have humility when we know that we don't know something, but it's really important to know that Maine has this homegrown wealth of knowledge and expertise, and we can solve a lot of our problems and other problems outside of the state from people who we have here. And the other thing to think about that I want people to know is that even if you don't go into a field of science or you think you can't do it, you're surrounded by it all the time. So we're impacted by science every day. It doesn't do us any good if we pretend to ignore that it's not there. And scientists have a responsibility to try to get the word out about that. I think it's really important for people to have a certain amount of faith, and I use that word on purpose, in what scientists are telling us, but we can only have the faith that they're telling us what they know if we know how science works. So that's really what we're trying to get here.